Hi everyone and welcome to my place. I have had lots and lots of requests from people asking, how do you come up with a theme or a concept? Well, I thought today would be the perfect time to do it because I have a function coming up for my friend Lisa, who has asked me if I could help her do the tables for the New Zealand Pilots Association of New Zealand conference and dinner, which is coming up next weekend. Now, Lisa said these guys are no farce, no nonsense. She didn't want flowers. She just wanted something that would sort of like incorporate a theme that was sort of like reflective of who they are. So what I've come up with, and I think that this is a really great way in looking forward if you're ever stuck, keep it really simple. Don't make it too high because there is nothing worse than sitting having dinner and you spend all night doing this because it's just too high and takes up too much room. Now, I understand that it's going to be 10 to a table, so it's quite a big diameter. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'll show you what I'm going to do, and then I'll show you what the final setup's going to be like. Right, in thinking pilots, I thought, let's find some little planes. So these are little inexpensive cheap planes which will be just fantastic for this project. I also thought, all right, let's just keep it simple. Let's use some succulents. Let's do a terrarium and let's just encase everything and make a story within this lovely little glass bubble. Now, I've shown you how to do terrariums before. I'm going to do one in artificial forms so that there is no worry about them being watered. It's only going to be for the night and the whole thing can be deconstructed. Right, the first thing is, now make sure that your glass is completely clean before you start. Right, I'm going to put down here just a few, just exactly the same way as if you were doing a terrarium, and I'll put, because we want it to look as authentic as we can, just put a little bit of charcoal down the bottom, but do it so that it sort of like comes up the side of the jar, and wash your hands as you go so that we don't have a big mess. Right, on top of that, I'm now going to put in a little bit of sand, so I'm just going to pour that into there because this is just going to help to fill up the base of my terrarium. You could use dirt if you wanted to, depends on where you're going. And then just put that, just take that around there like that. Okay, give that a wee shake. Right, the next thing I want to put into there is, where did I put it? There it is. I'm going to put in a little bit of orchid moss mix or some soil, whatever you've got. Put that into there and then just spread that out like so and keep my surface nice and clean and tidy. Right, so already I'm starting to get some interesting layers into there. Right, the next thing I want to put into there are some river stones. So I'm just going to pour those. I really need, oh no, I'm not going to do those yet. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm going to use these stones here, the white stones, and just put those down on top of that. You don't have to be too neat about this because by the time you get all your other things in, it's just going to, you're not going to see very much of them anyway. If I was doing this in fresh and I was doing this, because I was selling it, I'd be very neat and tidy, but don't worry about that because the whole thing is going to move anyway. Put a whole heap of these. I love these stones. Any kind of stones would do, but I just thought also that because they're going to be onto a white tablecloth and it's going to be white, it would be quite nice to have that so that it reflected up the light. Right, on top of that, I'm now just going to put a few of these river stones. Whoa, I'm creating my own little world in here. So that can go into there. And I've also got some lovely rocks that have got a little bit of moss onto that. So I'm going to put that there. And I've also got some of these big stones. So I just thought I'd put that into there. And I might just put two of those into there. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make these all slightly different so that there's a little bit of interest. Now, time now to put in the succulents. I should have had the scissors. Now just cut that excess bit there off. And as I said, just put a bit of movement into there. Bring that down into there like that. And because I've got all that base and that soil in there, or the orchid moss, it's actually sort of holding it all together. Right, now with these are just going to be too big. So just go into there. You could use fresh succulents into here if you wanted to, if you had access to them, but this is all I've got, so this will be fine. So then just put those into there by that stone. Put that into there. I want these to sit up too. And then another one into there. like that, and then I'll keep those all together. Now you're going to have to make sure that these actually go in and down into there, like so. I've also got a nice moss ball, so I'm going to put that down and into there, like so. And because it's here in New Zealand, and it is the New Zealand Pilots Association, I found this lovely little fern that I thought I'd put into there as well. Just flick that out like that, and then that can just be pushed down and into there like that. Aha! Little captured moments of loveliness. Now, what else have I got? I've got a little bit of, I've got these little white stones. I thought I'd just put those into there like that. Oh, I just love these, and they're so popular at the moment. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that little plane into there, and have that just sitting into there so that it looks like it's either crash land or it's coming in for a gentle landing. Now the other thing that I'm going to use, and I'm just waiting on those to come, I'm going to put a stick up through here or a branch or something, and I'm going to get some lovely little wings made, and that will just go onto the table. Now if you give me a few minutes, I'll strike all this mess and I'll show you how I'm envisaging it's going to look on the table when it's finished. Right, at this stage, this is what I'm envisaging. Now, I don't have a flight plan, but that's what I've asked Lisa to get for me. But let's just imagine it's this is my flight plan, which is the map of New Zealand. I'm envisaging a flight plan underneath here, and that's set to one side. I'm envisaging a few more planes on the outside, and as a runway, which I thought would be really great, to just get, I'm going to, hopefully I can get some wee blue lights. I wanted to put these running along like this, as if it was a lit runway, so that they would be lit like that, and then perhaps the plane could come in like that. That's what I'm thinking. I'll show you when it's all set up on the tables. Fantastic idea. Stick with the title of your theme and just find all those components and you won't go wrong. I've got lots more of these that I want to share with you, but that'll do for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you another day.